Hi everyone. Now, normally I make videos on how to draw stuff or how to create different types of art, but I've had another request from some of my students, and that is how to solve the Rubik's Cube. So it's a pretty tricky puzzle that came out of the 1980s, but luckily I lived through the 1980s and I can show you how to do it. And the first thing you're going to need to do is mess it up. Okay, now that your Rubik's Cube is completely messed up, it's time to solve it. And for this, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see it from my angle, and I'll talk you through it step by step. Okay, so before we start, you can see that the colours are all mixed up all over the place. Now, there's a couple of things I probably need to explain first, and that is that there's obviously 6 sides to this cube with 6 colours, and we have a central piece which doesn't move at all. We have some side pieces and we have our corner pieces. Okay, and we're going to work through this systematically. So this is a really common way to do it, and if you kind of master this technique, you can probably solve it in about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So the first thing I'm going to look for here is the white square at the front. Now, the first thing I need to do here is to try and make a white cross, which means these pieces here, which are side pieces, they need to sort of turn around so they're facing. But I also need the colour that is connected to this white piece to match the colour of the middle space. So this white and blue one belongs here, but the blue piece belongs over here so that it can match here. So to do this, I need to try and line up that colour with the blue, and then if I turn this piece, I now have the colours that match up along here. Okay, now I'll do the same here. I've got a white piece and I've got a red piece, so I need to move that so that the red piece comes around and matches up with the red, and then if I turn that whole piece around, I now have a piece that has red and white all lined up. Okay, don't worry about these corner bits yet. Now, the next part I need to do is find the rest of them. So we have an orange and a white there. I need to line that up with the orange, and then you can see the white's all the way down the bottom. I need it round here, so if I flip that round, I now have white and the orange matches and the white matches. I have one more piece to go. Now, you'll see if I turn this, that doesn't work out very well because I've got them opposite. So I'm going to need to just sort of shuffle that round a little bit. Okay, so I now got the green and the white. But what I've done is actually move this piece. So I need to put that into place and then bring this piece back in. So now I have, forgetting about these corners for now, I have a white cross and the sides match up to the colours that belongs there. Now I need to do the corner pieces. Now for the corner pieces, what I need to do here, now you can see I have a white corner here, but this colour does not match to here and this colour does not match there, which means that corner is in the wrong spot. So I need to take it out. Now what I need to do here, ideally, is get your white corner so that it is down here in this spot. This is what we call the optimal position, because it's very easy to get it in here. What I need to do is look underneath, and I can see that there is a green square underneath. So I need to move that white round so that it is on the same, it's in the green, where the green side will go. The green is under here. Now if I move my cube to the left, bring this side down, move this side back, and bring the white back up, I now have this corner piece with the white matching, the green matching, and the red matching. It is in the right spot. Now I need to do the same with the other corners. I have a piece here that's in the optimal position. I can see that it's green underneath. I need to move this around so that it's green here, green there. Now if I move this piece away, bring this side down, bring the white back and back up into its position. I now have that piece so that the orange is matching, the green is matching, and the white is matching, and that is in the correct spot. Now the last thing I need to do is to find, I've got this piece right under here, which is kind of annoying because it's right on the opposite. How I can move that is if I move that piece so it is directly under this corner, I can move that corner down, bring this around and bring it up, and I now have this corner in the optimal position where I want it. I can now move that corner down, bring it round and back up, and I now have the top row all solved, the complete top row solved and matching its center squares on each side and all its corners matching as well. Now, what we need to do now is solve these 4 pieces which will complete the second row. Now, what we can see here is that underneath the square is yellow, which means no square with yellow on it will go into these positions. Okay, so I'm looking down here and it means that all these ones must have a yellow piece to it. So I'm looking for any pieces down here that don't have yellow, like this one here, which is a green and a red. I know that that green and red actually belongs up in this spot here because it has red and it has green. Now, how I can solve that is there's a little trick to it. If I move the bottom around so that the green lines up and underneath I can see the red. Now the red is over here. So what I need to do is turn the cube, the bottom row, away from the red, bring this side down, turn that piece back and bring that piece back up into its position. And then now what I've done is actually relocated this white, which belongs up here. If I put that white back in its spot, okay, I now have the green and the red in its position in that row. Now I just need to find the rest of them. Under here I have a green and an orange. This time the orange is over this side. So I need to turn the green away from the orange, bring this side down, we're doing it in opposite now, turn that piece back and bring the left side up. I've now relocated this white piece which belongs up here, so I just need to put that piece back in, and now I have the green and the orange side solved. Now I have 2 more pieces to go, and I can see there's the blue and the orange piece that belongs up here. So again, I'll bring the blue lined up with the blue. The orange kind of is over here, so I'm going to move away from the orange, bring the side down, move the bottom back, lift that side up. Now I have to put that white piece back in to its spot. So I'll do that. And now I have almost solved it all because I still have the red and the blue piece to go. I can see that the red and the blue is underneath here. So I've got the red lined up. I'm going to move away from the blue, bring this down and back up in the same way that I've been doing it. And now I have the whole second row complete. Okay, now that all that's done, I now have to deal with this top part here, okay, to finish the cube. Now, what I need to do here is look for, I need to try and make this L shape, which I already have, but it can look in lots of different ways. It could look like this, it could look like this, it could look like this. So what I'm going to try and do here is solve this side a little bit like the start with the white. Now the first thing I need to do is try and get a yellow corner down here on the bottom right hand side and hopefully try and make a little L. Now if you don't, we're going to use the same move over here, and the move is to turn the front to the right bring the right side up, turn the top to the left, bring the right side down, turn the top back, and spin this front back around. And now we've made a straight line. Okay, so what we're trying to do again here is we're going to try and make a yellow cross, a little bit like how we made a white cross at the start. So we're just going to keep following this little pattern. So what I want to do is, once I've got this straight row, I want to make sure that this straight row of yellow is facing horizontal. Then, back to this move. It goes, the front goes to the right, bring the right up, turn the top left, bring the right down, turn the top right, and bring the whole front of it back around again. And you can see now that I have made a yellow cross. Now, once I've made the yellow cross, I now have to try and solve these side bits, the middle side bits. Now, to do that, if I turn this around, I'm going to find that at least two of these are going to match up. There's an orange one, but the red doesn't match the blue, the green doesn't match the red, the blue doesn't match the green, so that's not it. So let's go here. I can see the red matches up and the green matches up, but this blue and orange and this orange and blue don't match up. But as long as I have two that are matching, that's a great start. Now, I'm going to turn the ones that don't match, this blue and orange this orange and blue one over here. I'm going to make it so that this is sort of facing me and this is facing to the right. And I'm going to use this move. I'm going to turn the right up. I'm going to do 2 turns. I'm going to bring the right back down. I'm going to turn the top right, bring the right up, bring the right around, bring the right down, and then if I turn the whole top around once more, I now have this side that matches, this side matches, this side matches, and this side matches. So I've got everything solved except for the corners. Now, what I'm looking for here is I've got to do a little bit of a trick here, because I can actually see that this corner here is actually in the right spot, because I have blue, orange, and yellow, and this corner has blue, orange, and yellow. It's in the right spot, but it just needs to be turned around. Whereas this piece here, which has green, red, and yellow, is completely in the wrong spot, because this should be blue, red, and yellow. This should be blue, so I need to move that somewhere else. And same here, this is in the wrong spot, and this one is in the wrong spot. So we're going to do another little move. So I'm going to, because this one's correct actually, I'm going to keep this one over this side. So I'm going to use this move. I'm going to go left up, top round, right up, top back, left down, top round, right down, top back again. Now, what I will find now is that this one is in the correct spot. This one isn't in the right spot, that isn't, and that still is in the right spot. So I'm going to repeat this move until it kind of works out for me. So here we go, the same move. Left up, top round, right up, top back, left down, right turn round, right down, right back. Now let's have a look at our pieces. I can see, oh, one's actually solved itself, so that's handy. I can now see that this one is in the right spot, but it's all the right colors, but it's just not turned properly. This one is now in the correct spot because it has orange, blue, and yellow, orange, blue, and yellow. And this one is also in the correct spot because it has green, yellow, orange, green, yellow, orange. But they just need to be kind of turned around. So we're going to turn these corners around so they're in the right spot. Now, there's a set of moves that will solve this right now. So what I'm going to do is to put any that are incorrect on the right hand side, and I'm going to use this set of moves. I'm going to go right up, 2 turns, right down, top around, right up, top around, and then bring that side down, and then I'm going to repeat that on the other side. So left up, 2 turns, left down, top round, left up, top round, left down. Now you can see that I've actually now solved 2 of the corners, and I only have 2 corners left to solve. And they're in the right spot because I have green, red and yellow. Green, orange, yellow, green, orange, yellow. And I have red, blue and yellow, red, blue and yellow. So it doesn't really matter from here, but I'm just going to keep one that's incorrect on the right hand side, and I'm going to repeat that move again. So it'll go right up, 2 turns, right down, top around, right up, top around, right down. And now I'm going to do the same on the left hand side. Left up, 2 turns, left down, top round, left up, top round, left down. Okay, now I've got these 3, they're all in the right spot, but these corners are starting to turn. So I'm just going to repeat that move again. Okay, and now you can see I'm almost there. I only have 2 corners left to solve, and it's nice that they're both over on this side. So I'm going to keep them on the right hand side and repeat that move of right up, 2 turns, right down, top round, right up, top round, right down. Same on the other side, left side up, 2 turns, left down, turn around, left up, turn around, left down. I'm getting really close. I just have to turn these last 2 corners using exactly the same move again, and this should pretty much solve the cube. So let's have a look and see. We go right up, 2 turns, right down, turn the top round, right up, top round, bring that down. Now let's go back to the other side, left up, 2 turns, left down, turn it round, left up, turn it round, and voila, we have just solved the Rubik's Cube. So as you can see, solving the Rubik's Cube isn't really that hard. If I can do it, anybody can do it. But it just requires a bit of problem solving, lots of practice, and just remembering some little tricks and little moves along the way. I kind of think the hardest part of it really is solving that cross at the start, because you've got to actually work it out. But after that, there's just a lot of different algorithms that will help you solve it along the way. But anyhow, have a practice and see if you can solve it for yourself. Good luck.